Hello Markham Gardens family, this is Daniel Markham here, and just wanted to show you guys real quick. Today I'm planting some squash and some zucchini, and also planted some acorn squash and some butternut squash and some things like that. One of the things that I do is to prevent extra work. We all want to be able to garden with a little bit less work and get more production for it. And so I just wanted to show you guys real quick a trick that I do when I do plant high production crops that we're going to eat a lot of, but I don't want to have to go around the entire property. Here at the property we've got about 3/4 of an acre, and I don't want to go around the entire property and water every individual plant. That can get pretty tiresome. And so I just wanted to show you guys a quick trick that I do here. Everywhere on the property that I have a tree, so I've planted many trees around the property, from Chinese chestnuts to American hazelnuts, put in several fruit trees around back, things like that. And you can grow a separate garden to grow things like squash and other plants. And you can also grow, plant in separate locations your fruit trees. But the problem you're going to run into is that you're watering both of those anyway. So let me show you real quick what I do here on the property, just to save myself a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and a little bit of water. So if you see right here, I have got a willow. This is a weeping willow that I planted. And here at the base, I am going to water this tree regardless. This tree is constantly going to get watered throughout the season. And I don't want to have to water this plus another garden with all of my squash and my zucchini and things like that. So what I do is I'll come right into this well right here, and I will plant about 1.5 to 2 foot away from the trunk. And since I'm going to come out here and I'm going to water this weeping willow anyway, that way I also water my squash and my zucchini at the same time that I'm watering that, and it saves a ton of time and a ton of extra water, not having to totally saturate the soil in both locations. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Right here I've got an American hazelnut, and I've raked out for the season. Over winter I had a lot of this mulch pushed right up against the tree. You can see here I've got just tons and tons of mulch, and I had it right up against this tiny little tree right here. I don't know if you can see that, and hopefully you can. But what I will do is I will come right in here next to the base about 1 foot away, and I will rake this up so that it's nice and loose. And then I'll come right in with my squash seeds. These are dark green zucchini squash, summer squash. And I will plant a couple seeds right here next to the tree and bury that over. And what that allows me to do is I can just fill this well. I'm going to water this tree anyway, so I fill this well, and that way the squash gets watered at the same time, and I'm not having to water here and a whole nother location somewhere else. So I hope this helps you guys. I learned this a while back, and it saved me a ton of time. Eventually the property is going to be so covered in plants it's not going to matter anyway. I'm going to have to water the whole property, but just a little tip, just a little trick to hopefully save you guys some time in your planting season, and that way you can get some crops and some vegetables and things to feed your family and not have to water a whole bunch of locations, and save time so you can actually spend time with your family. So hopefully this helped you guys. It's nice talking to you. See you next time. Peace.